All right. Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
We are, as always, digging into some fascinating material. And this time we are taking a look at a snippet from the Best English podcast.
Okay.
And as you might imagine, the Best English podcast is, well, all about learning English.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a look at three common phrases
Yeah.
that you might hear from native speakers and how you can, use those to sound more natural in your everyday English.
Okay, cool.
The three phrases that we're going to look at today are, I'm all ears, break a leg, and it's a piece of cake.
All right.
Now, have you ever used any of these phrases before?
I'm sure some of our listeners have
Yeah.
or at least heard them.
Or maybe even wondered, what do they really mean?
Yeah, I mean a lot of these phrases are kind of strange if you think about them literally.
Yeah.
But they're really common in everyday English.
Exactly.
So it's good to know kind of what they mean and how to use them.
All right, well, let's start with I'm all ears then.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I just love this phrase, It's just so expressive. Like,
It is.
I could just picture like someone with just these giant ears, like,
Yeah.
perked up, ready to listen.
Yeah, totally.
Tell me everything.
Exactly. I mean, it's much more than just saying I'm listening, right? It really conveys that sense of like, I'm really interested. I want to hear everything you have to say.
Yeah.
It shows genuine interest.
Yeah.
And it makes the other person feel like you're really engaged in what they're saying.
Yeah. I think it's a really nice alternative to just saying, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or, something like that. It's like, no, tell me more. I'm all ears.
Right. It
Yeah.
shows that you're really present in the conversation.
Okay, so we've established that I'm all ears is a good thing.
Yes.
Let's move on to break a leg then.
Yes.
This one always kind of stumps me. Like, why would you want to wish ill will on someone?
Yeah.
Like, especially if they're about to do something important.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard that phrase, I
Yeah.
was really confused, like, why are you telling me to break my leg?
Yeah.
But of course, as many of our listeners probably already know, it doesn't actually mean what it says.
Right.
It's what we call an idiom, which is a phrase that has a meaning that's different from the literal meanings of the words.
Right.
And break a leg actually means good luck.
Okay, so it's like the opposite of what you would think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's especially common in the world of theater and performance.
Right.
So if you're about to go on stage and give a performance, someone might say, break a leg to you.
Oh, so that's where it comes from.
Yeah, there are actually a few different theories about the origin of the phrase.
Oh, okay.
One theory is that it comes from the superstition that wishing someone good luck directly can actually bring them bad luck.
Really? So it's like a reverse psychology thing?
Yeah, kind of. So by saying break a leg, you're kind of tricking the bad luck spirits.
That's so interesting.
Eh.
Okay, so it's like you're wishing them good luck, but in a sneaky way.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun phrase.
Okay, so we've got I'm all ears, which is, being attentive.
Mm-hmm.
We've got break a leg, which is good luck.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to it's a piece of cake.
Oh,
Now this
yeah.
one just sounds fun, just sounds lighthearted and easy. To,
It does.
Like, nothing to worry about here.
Yeah, it definitely conveys a sense of ease
Yeah.
and effortlessness.
Yeah.
And it basically means that something is very easy to do.
Okay.
So if you're talking about a task or a challenge that you think is really simple,
Yeah.
you might say, oh, it's a piece of cake.
Right, yeah.
Meaning like it's no problem at all.
It's funny, I never really thought about it, but you're right.
Yeah.
It does make it sound like, oh yeah, this will be simple, this will be enjoyable.
Yeah, it's kind of like saying it's as easy as eating a piece of cake,
Right.
which, most people enjoy eating cake, so
Yeah.
it's a pleasant experience.
Yeah, no one's ever like, ugh, gotta eat this cake.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so it's a piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think we've covered all three of the phrases there.
Yeah, I think so.
So just to recap for everyone,
Okay.
if you want to show someone that you're really listening, you can say, I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to wish someone good luck, particularly if they're about to do a performance,
Right.
you can say break a leg.
Yeah.
And if you want to just tell everyone how easy something is,
Yeah.
you'd say it's a piece of cake.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, great.
And you know what I think is interesting about these phrases
What's that?
is that they all use kind of imagery or metaphors
Oh, yeah.
to convey their meaning, like
Right.
I'm all ears.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not literally all ears.
Right.
but it paints a picture in your mind.
Yeah.
Break a leg, again, not literal,
Yeah.
but it has that kind of,
Yeah, the theatrical.
yeah,
facet.
theatrical connection.
Yeah.
And then it's a piece of cake, again, using food
Yeah.
as a metaphor for something that's easy and enjoyable.
Right.
And I think that's something that's really common in a lot of languages.
Oh,
These kinds of idioms that use imagery and metaphors
Yeah.
to make a point.
It's just it's a much more interesting way of saying things.
Yeah, it definitely makes the language more colorful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess the big takeaway for everyone listening is
Yeah.
don't be afraid to use these phrases.
Exactly.
Obviously use them in the right context,
Right.
but they're fun.
Yeah.
And they can really help you sound more natural when you're speaking English.
And if you're ever unsure about the meaning of a phrase,
Yeah.
just look it up. There are so many resources available online. Dictionaries, websites,
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
And I guess, even if you don't use these specific phrases,
Yeah.
just pay attention to, the way that native speakers use language.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot just by listening and observing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up this deep dive.
All right.
Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.